Hello, Society Polishers, Millionaire Mindset, how to stop thinking small. Today, we're going to help you develop a millionaire mindset and help you stop thinking small. So if you're ready, go ahead, like this video, subscribe, and join the tribe. If you always find yourself playing small, if you always find yourself doubting what you want to do, this video is definitely for you. If you struggle to break out of that small mindset, you've been wanting to start your business, but you just can't seem to really get it started. You have those ideas. You've probably already written them all down in a notebook, but you listen to everybody else because they say that that's just a fairy tale. They say, girl, you're not going to be able to do that. How can you do that? How are you going to do that? They basically tell you everything that can go wrong and all the reasons why you should work a regular job. If that's you, then listen up. The first part that I want to get you guys to understand, there is power in your mindset. That's right. There is power in your mindset. So if you guys didn't realize, your mindset plays a critical role to your success. So that means you have to listen to yourself and not everybody else. If you think small, you're going to stay small. And if you hang around people with a negative mindset or with this lack mindset, you will not be able to rise above, or you will not be able to really win in general because you're listening to people who will only keep you small. So it's time to change your mindset. It's time to look forward to the dreams that you have, which are achievable. And it's time to figure out how can we start really doing the things that we want to do without feeling overwhelmed and undefeated. Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk about believing in yourself and really taking the practical steps to take action and make it all happen. So step 2, we're talking about thinking positively. I know this is said mostly in a lot of videos, but some of us, we really don't understand the major energy and power of thinking positively. It's not just words to motivate you. This is really the energy needed to prosper you and move you forward in your goals. So it's a positive tool. It helps you overcome mindset blocks, achieve your goals, and overcome obstacles. Because when we start focusing on those positive aspects in life, we realize that before we know it, we are already there. We are already living that future dream because we were focused only on that intention, and there's nothing else that we can get other than what we focus on. So I know that may have went over some of you guys' head, but if you focus on the negative, your focus is on there. That's the only thing that you're going to see. If you decide to shift your focus and your focus on that positive, that's the only thing that you're going to get and see. So it works either way. Wherever your attention and awareness is, here or here, that's only what you're going to see. So you have to begin to, first off, shift your mindset to think positively and focus only on that which you want to achieve in order to achieve it, okay? So many of us are growing our personal brand and we're wondering how to get started or how to continue our growth. The first thing we need to know is we visualize our success here, okay? We do it. So visualization is a successful technique that many of us do, many of successful entrepreneurs and business owners do, and it's in order to achieve your goals. So the first step is to visualize yourself living that millionaire lifestyle. What is it going to look like? What type of foods are you eating? Where are you living? What is the type of work you're doing? What clients are you working with? Who do you see yourself in your day-to-day aspect? I want you to really plan this all out and see this, because guess what? The naysayers, the negative people who don't believe in this, they are the ones who will stay in the position where they are because they don't realize how simple it is. If you are able to direct your focus on one intention, you will end up in that intention, okay? So don't worry about what anybody else is saying. You know now that you are visualizing your success, and I'm telling you now, everything that you desire is definitely possible. So you're growing your personal brand. You want to stop thinking small. This is a step to get you there, because first off, in order to stop thinking small, you have to have a greater vision than what you've already had. So that what you have to realize is you can't keep thinking the same thoughts and get a different result. It's just impossible. So the next tip that I have for you guys is breaking out of your comfort zone. This is a big one. When I really decided to work for myself, okay, I had to break out of my comfort zone. One of the big obstacles that I had was speaking out in front of everyone to tell people who I am, what I do, and how my services work. And I don't know why this was a big struggle, because all of my career positions was always speaking to people, but I worked in person where everything was in person, face to face, where I'm dealing with community, customers, everybody in person. And then the other half of my career was working from home online, which was basically marketing and sales, inbound and outbound, but it was through the phone, which is called telemarketing. So when it came to getting on camera to basically present myself and let people know who I am, what I have to offer, that was actually a huge challenge for me in the past. And the way that I had to overcome that was really just visualizing the end result, of where I saw myself to be, where I knew I was headed. And before you know it, it just started becoming more natural and comfortable to me, because really overall, when you look in hindsight, you realize that the things that you fear are really the greatest things that you're best at. But it's a challenge for you because you're stepping out of your comfort zone. So you have to do something different to be in a new result or a new beginning, okay? So your old self is gone, but you have to try new things to realize that the thing that you doubted yourself about literally will be the best thing that you are good at once you see it, because everything was mentally, it was internal fears that you thought, were something that was so big. That mountain was removed once you took action. And that's what I realized through my story. I realized that the mountains I thought was big, I was able to overcome those and overachieve those, because it's nothing but taking action. And that's why Nike says just do it, because you just do it and you realize, okay, what was I worried about anyway? Everything was natural. Breaking out of your comfort zone is something you're just going to have to see for yourself, and it takes practice. It takes you getting out of your head and getting into action, taking that step forward, leaping into whatever it is that you need to do without overthinking it, counting backwards from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just doing it, okay? That's one of the tips that I have for you. So when it comes to breaking out of your comfort zone, this has a lot to do with taking calculated risks, okay? I like to analyze things to make sure that I'm making the best decision when I'm doing it. But the one thing you have to realize is everything is a risk. You can either risk it or regret it. Okay, but calculated risk is when you really take in the factor of the pros and cons. You really take a step back and make that thorough decision before you jump and do it. But you actually weigh out the pros and cons, the benefits of what this can do if you take action, and what it would do if you decide to not do anything. What is the worst case scenario if you decide to not do it? And I really realized in my story that without taking the steps that I needed to take, it would actually be worse to not know what would happen, to not know what it would be if I did not do it. So that's the most thing that people really say when they get older. They realize, like, okay, a lot of people, I worked in a nursing home years ago, and a lot of the older people told me the worst thing that they can do is regret things that they never got a chance to do. So when it comes to taking calculated risks, we have to live life to the fullest and really just take the risk and know that it's a part of achieving success, okay? It's important to analyze everything, okay? But not to the point where it holds you back in fear, where you're not taking any action at all, okay? So the next thing I have is embrace failure. We might take those calculated risks and it might not end up turning out to be how we wanted it to be, but that's okay, because it doesn't end there. We learned that in order to succeed, you have to go through trial and error. Sometimes you may not get the outcome that you wanted, but when you go through that process, you can only get better and better, because guess what? If you didn't give up, you can only get better and better. The only time you lose is when you completely quit. So embrace your failures and just analyze those and look at the things that you did wrong. What could you have done better? How can you do this better next time? And you keep going. That's the path that you need to be on, making sure that you really are on the path to success. Next thing I want to give you guys is, when you're on a path to success, you want to surround yourself with success, okay? So that means people, places, things. You want to surround yourself with successful people who can help you develop that millionaire mindset, okay? So you want to attend networking events. You want to join a coaching program, a mastermind program, whatever it is that you can do where you're able to seek out guidance, okay? Where you're able to have a community of like-minded individuals, people who are on the same level as you or maybe above the level of you right now, because you want to grow and strive to that point. But you want to be around people who can guide you to success and get you from where you are now to where you want to be. That's the main thing. And when you are around those people who are successful, they're going to lead you to taking these steps, and it's going to be up to you to make the right decision whether or not you're going to take these steps and end up in the best place or the best scenario. And that is where it comes down to taking action. We might, surround ourselves with a positive people or a good influence, but if we haven't developed that millionaire mindset from being around that community or people, we won't know when to take action. So if you want to begin to really start taking action, the first thing you can do is set goals and really get clear on what it is that you even want for real. What do you want? Why do you want it? And how are you going to get it? You don't have to know all the steps, but you just have to write down something to give you like the main focus activities, so you can break these down into steps, into tasks that you can do, and you're going to make sure that these are measurable goals. You're going to make sure that they're achievable, and you're going to make sure that you're staying focused, okay? We set these goals in order to really have something to strive forward to, because a lot of people say goal setting is not necessary, but for some that you guys are not really focused on what you have to do and you're getting distracted, I suggest this as a key thing to really get to where you want to be. You have to start writing these goals down and make that commitment with yourself and say that this is what you're going to do, this is what you're aiming for, and every day you're waking up, you're looking at these goals, you're staying focused, and you know and made up your mind that you're not going to give up. That's what you have to start getting in the mindset of. And when you know that you're not giving up, that means you're going to avoid distractions. You're going to be faced with obstacles, of course. You may be faced with challenges, but you know that whatever comes up is just pushing you forward, okay? You're going to stay committed and regardless, no matter what, and that's what I have to say for you guys. So in conclusion, developing a millionaire mindset is all about perspective, okay? It's essential to achieving success, and I'm telling you guys that if you believe in yourself, you believe in your capabilities, that is the key to opening the door that you want. That is the key. Do not listen to nobody else, okay? The people who are thinking negative, that's their reality, that's their mindset, and that's where they're going to stay. You think positive, you visualize your success, and keep doing the things that you need to do in order to get yourself closer to where you want to be. You have to break out of your comfort zone, and the people you know, they want to keep you in that box. They're going to keep you safe and secure, and they're only going to tell you what they know. People only can't help but to tell you what they know. But if you're growing, you're expanding, you are expanding past the mindset and perspective of many. So you're wanting to hang around people who are widening your perspective and helping you grow to see things from a new light, okay? You can't see things from a new light by surrounding yourself with the same people. And that's the hard truth, but it is what it is. If you guys enjoyed this video, I hope that you go ahead and like this video, subscribe, and join the tribe. Be sure to watch the next video above, and I will see you in the next video. Stay polished in for the win.